Well, Richard McKerrow is executive producer of the company that makes that programme, and Chris Cloak, the head of child protection awareness at the NSPCC. Chris Cloak, first of all, to you, what's your problem with these kind of programmes?
We have several concerns about these reality TV-style programmes in general. Firstly, we're concerned about the well-being of children in the making of the programmes, and we're talking about babies, toddlers, often being exposed to quite stressful situations. And of course we've seen, children of this sort being used for experimental entertainment purposes, been subject to quite harsh regimes of parenting in recent television programmes. And so what we're wanting to do is to really work with the programme makers to give advice and support, and that's why we're proposing to set up an advisory group that can be available so that when people have ideas for TV programmes, we can advise and bring in experts who can know about child development and who can advise on, what's the best way of meeting the needs and safety of those children.
Richard, it's quite a tough charge against you, being called, yours and others being called irresponsible parenting programmes.
I mean, actually, by the admission of an NSPCC advisor this week, ours isn't one of those programmes. It's an educational series. It went out last year, and people who hadn't seen the programme weren't aware of the health and safety measures taken.
Right. Well, let's just check. Chris, do you have they're fine, then Baby Borrowers is fine?
I've not seen this current series, which is starting tonight.
Right,
but certainly in terms of the last series, our concern was that it wasn't always apparent that there was the supervision of the children on board. And I think really a very important point is we know that there's a wealth of research which really indicates, the attachment between mother and baby is very, very crucial, and disturbing that, interrupting that can be damaging.
Richard, just to go back, there was a bit of an issue there.
Well, actually, but that's not true, because if you watch last year's series, if you watch this year's series, right at the top of the programme, parents are there all the time watching on CCTV, nannies are in the house. I mean, all the safety and health measures take place. There are more adults there than there are in a nursery.
But I mean, I've got small children, and just looking at the pictures of the small children there, even if I were in the next door room, why would I want to hand my children over to other teenagers? Why do parents do it?
I mean, all the parents do it because of the incredible educational research. I mean, the series itself is now, we've made learning packs with the BBC. 40% of secondary schools have taken up those learning packs. I mean, the response has been fantastic from child safety groups.
But even for those children, so whatever it is, 3 days, I'm not sure how many days it is, they are with the teenagers.
Yeah.
Do you not think it has any impact on those small children, for starters?
I mean, I don't think it has any impact in a negative way at all. I mean, nurseries, people leave their babies at nurseries. All the babies, all the kids that are in the series have been psychologically screened. We don't work with any babies that haven't already experienced separation from the parents. So, I mean, we feel very robust about it and very happy with it.
Chris, you accept that it is acceptable in certain circumstances that children can be on this kind of reality TV program?
I think television and the media has a really important part to play, and for many years the NSPCC has been saying we want to promote parenting programmes. I think what's happening though with some of the reality style TV programmes, and there's been a kind of growing number of them in recent times, is that perhaps they're going too far, and they are they're using children for entertainment purposes. I appreciate we need to have good television programmes, so I think what our
things
advisory
can inform
group,
and entertain at the same time, can't this?
Of course
the remit of the BBC.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. But I mean, I'm just concerned about the needs of those children who are involved in those programmes. Are being not given the priority they need.
I think there's a real danger with this kind of, there's a sort of laziness about attacks on television, this term reality TV. I mean, there are lots of fantastic television programmes that are incredibly educational. The Baby Borrowers is one of them. I mean, we've just made the series in America as well, where the California state educators are very interested in using it as a learning tool. So, I would urge everyone to watch the series, 10:30 tonight throughout the week on BBC Three, and make up their own mind.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and Richard, I know you're coming to talk to us later. Chris, thanks very much for that. Yes, 2 of the Baby Borrowers actually are going to be back a little bit later. They're on tonight's programme. They'll be talking to us with Richard as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you both.